Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey SKATEDOWN. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. I want to do a video about a lot of Devils news I've been, keeping for a while, and I want to do a video when the timing was right, and now it is. So I want to talk about a couple of trade rumors I've been hearing. One involves the Devils and the Buffalo Sabres. One involves the Devils and Ottawa with Toronto. I want to get into some talk with Pk Subban. And go over the conditional picks that we got with the Sami Vatanen trade, with the Taylor Hall trade, and the 3 first-round picks that we have. And there was a podcast, I think it was Speaking of the Devils, that Mike Morial did, where they mentioned a couple of things that we could look forward to with our picks this year. So let's get into it. It's a bit of a long video. Stay with it throughout. There's a rumor going around with the Hischier trade, and this comes from Joe DiBiase of Buffalo radio station WGR 550. It says that Hischier, Hughes, and a first will get traded for Jack Eichel. Okay, so let's get into this. Before I get into this, I love Jack Eichel. He's a great player, but that's given up a lot for Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel's got a big contract. He's very disgruntled in Buffalo, and he keeps, every time they're not in the playoffs, you keep hearing rumors of him demanding a trade or wanting to get traded because he's tired of it. I don't want that, because coming from Buffalo and New Jersey, we're kind of in a similar boat. We both haven't made the playoffs in a while, and it's going to be the same thing here or there. So I just don't see this happening. We have untapped potential still in Nico Hischier. We have untapped potential, a lot of it, in Jack Hughes, because we haven't seen anything of what he has to offer, because he had a bad first year, but has the potential to be a very, very great player. And to give up an additional first-round pick, I just don't see this happening. And I saw a lot of Devils fans concerned about this because they love Hischier, they love Hughes, and they don't want to give him up for Jack Eichel. But, I don't think this is going to happen. I would love to see Jack Eichel in the Devils sweater, but I don't think this is going to happen that way. I really don't. I don't think this trade has any legs, and I'd rather stay the route with Nico and Jack to see what we have down the line with them, because to give up two potential top-line centers for one, I wouldn't do that. So, I'm going to say no to this trade and any validity to it. There's another trade rumor with the Devils and the Senators talking to the Toronto Maple Leafs in regards to Andreas Johnsson and Alex Kerfoot. Now, I see this more of an Ottawa Senators trade with Toronto happening. I don't see the Devils looking in those two players. One being Alex Kerfoot had the opportunity to sign with the Devils, and he clearly didn't want to sign with us here and alluded to sign with the Colorado Avalanche. So I don't want to trade for a player who doesn't want to be here and be disgruntled. I don't want that. And Andreas Johnsson, he's a good player, but we don't need left wingers. We need more right wingers. So if we are making a trade with Toronto to help them with their cap space, I'd rather look towards William Nylander. I'd rather look towards Kasperi Kapanen. Mitch Marner, I'd love to see a Devil, but, his contract is a bit of a concern, being that it's really high. So Nylander and Kapanen I'd look for, as it would help them with their cap space too. But, it'd be good for our situation, as they would get an added role with the Devils, and you might see more production out of them. So I'd go that route if it's Toronto, but I don't see Johnsson and Kerfoot. So that's it for trade rumors. I wanted to talk about Pk Subban. He was nominated for the 2020 King Clancy Memorial Trophy, so best of luck to him. And there's a lot of videos this time of year. We saw it last year as well, where he released a lot of videos on Instagram about his workout routine, and shows a couple of workout things that he's doing. And I gotta admit, PK looks like he's in great shape. He looks a lot thinner. Not that he was heavy, but he looks thinner and more ripped training this year than last. And he's working out with The Rock, which is awesome. If there's anyone you want to work out with, he is definitely one of them, as he's in phenomenal shape. And there's a circle with them, as Lindsey Vaughn is sponsored with Under Armour, and The Rock is one of the huge names that are Under Armour as well. So that's where the three of them are interconnected. And PK, keep crushing it. I know you're going to come back and have a great year for us. We saw a glimpse of what you can do towards the end of this past year, and I'm excited to see what he has to offer. He's got a lot of sponsorships that he has, so I'm sure he's going to want to show them that he's worth sticking around with those sponsorships, and that he's still an elite defenseman, which he said he was. And I'll link that video I did at the end as well. But I really do think he's going to have a bounce back year. and hopefully help us get back into the playoffs this upcoming year. So we'll see. Best of luck, PK. And let's go over the stipulations with the trades. The first one is the Carolina Hurricanes. They won against the play-in series against the Rangers, and with Vatanen's pick, he played. If he plays in 70% of the playoff games, not the play-in round games, playoff games, he plays 70% of them. Our 4th round pick, as of now, turns into a 3rd round pick in 2020. So hopefully that happens. I know Hamilton is kind of eyeing a return as he's been skating, but I know Pesci's still out. So we'll have to see with this. Vatanen's looked very well with the Canes this year. So hopefully he could stick around, and our 4th round could turn into a 3rd round. So that'd be pretty cool. The Arizona pick, there was an additional 3rd round pick in 2021. If Arizona, and I know it's 2020, so that's why I'm saying this, there's just shit that's always happening, but if Arizona wins against Colorado in the 1st round of playoffs, that 3rd round pick in 2021 could become a 2nd round pick in 2021. And if he re-signs with them this year, then that 2nd round pick will become a 1st round pick in 2021. So there's also a backslide to that, as if they advance more into the playoffs, our 1st round pick this year that we got from them will get later and later. So, and let's talk about that. We got 3 1st round picks, which is phenomenal. But the only thing is, and all Devils fans are bummed out about this, the 7th overall pick is still the same, but that 9-10 spot from the Arizona is moving up, and the 17 one with Vancouver will probably move up too. So they're kind of mentioning that it's going to be possibly 7, 18, and 20. Now it could go as low as 16, 17, and it could go higher. So it depends on teams winning and losing. So we'll see what happens with this. And Mike Morial was on a recent podcast. I think it was speaking of the Devils podcast. And he had something to say, as he thinks it's a no-brainer. The Devils will be chomping at the bit for a right-handed D-man from Erie, which he's talking about Jamie Drysdale. So, if we're looking at that 7th overall pick, we're looking at names like that, Drysdale, Rossi, if he drops down. It all depends what Detroit does it for, but, we're looking at Drysdale, Perfetti, Raymond, Rossi, Holtz. So those are the kind of the names that they're tossing around, and I might do a video later about what could happen now that our 9-10 has moved up. Does this mean there might be a change in the whole Holtz situation? So I'll do a future video with that. And they also talked about, with that 1st spot, the Devils will have an opportunity to rebuild with someone at the wings. So it's all over the map. I don't know where we're going. Are we going for a defenseman if he's there? Are we going for wings? Are we going for a center if they drop? So it's very curious to see. Fitzgerald said he's going for the player with the highest potential ceiling. So I'm glad he said that, and not basically going for need. So we'll see what happens with the draft. I'm highly excited and looking forward to it. I know it's been a while since I did a Devils video, and I'll try to do some throughout the playoffs. And, comment below what you think about all these different topics. What do you think about the he should trade for Eichel with Hughes? What do you think about Andreas Janssen, us looking at potentially him, the PK situation, the conditional picks, just everything. Comment below, let me know. And as always, thank you for your time and watching this. Please smash that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Hockey channel. Join the hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Have a great day. Take it easy.